first come into the trailer, the first thing you notice is there is a little control panel here off to the side. That is for your solar panel. It just tells you what it's doing. Nothing at all that you need to do with it. You can just watch it for fun. Then there's a whole bunch of light switches right here. Some of these go to the inside, and some go to the outside. So you just make sure they're all on before you start getting worried about whether or not you can turn the lights on and off. Of course, they do also turn on and off from here as well. Next thing right here is the fridge. Pretty simple. On or off. Now, I don't have the gas hooked up on the outside, so this isn't going to come on. What we decide, though, is out means it's automatically going to choose gas. In means it's going to automatically choose whatever it wants, whether it be electric or gas. I usually leave that gas button pushed in just because I guess I like to see the light. So I know that it's lit. If it doesn't light, the check light will come on. That should come on in just a minute. We can hear it trying to click and light it, but we know that there's no propane going to it. There's the check light. If that were to happen to you, there are instructions right down here on how to take care of it, how to relight it. Pretty much all you do is turn it off, turn it back on again. Now, the only reason why you're not going to get lit on that fridge is if there's a bubble in the propane line, which actually happens quite a bit because we refill the propane every time. Actually, you will refill the propane. So what I do is I turn on the stove. That definitely gets all the little air bubbles out of the propane, and then I turn this back on again. Now, the only reason why you'd want to use just gas only and not use electricity is if you're going to have a generator. Because every time that generator turns on, the fridge is going to switch over and use electricity. And then when you turn it off, it'll switch over and use gas again, which is okay, but you want that electricity to do the things that you want it to do, not to worry about running the fridge, because the propane can run that just fine. So generally, I let it just automatically decide. If you're using a generator, leave it out. Other than that, you're set. Now, as far as cleanliness though, fridge is one of the things that I do always check for cleanliness. I do want to make sure that the fridge is completely clean. Okay, and then right here is your other main sensor panel. Best thing to know about sensors is they lie. They lie actually quite a bit. Here's your monitor. See those how they all light up there? The battery condition is there, and then your black tank or holding tank, your gray water tank, and your fresh water tank. Your black tank sensors get dirty. The best way to know if you're filling up your black tank is to look straight down the toilet. This right here is your water pump. Now, you're not going to get any water pressure out of your water tank unless you turn on that water pump. That'll automatically cycle on and off as needed. I'll turn it off for now. There's, of course, your radio. Right here is your stove. Basically, all you do is turn it to light it with a match, and you're done. Turns your temperature on. Then this one has a microwave oven. Remember the microwave, your air conditioning, and your 110 outlets will not work unless you have a shoreline or a generator. Shoreline being some sort of electricity coming from the house or from your campsite. Now, if you don't have a 30 amp connector, do not run the air conditioning. It will work, but it ruins it. So only run the air conditioning when you have a 30 amp hookup, because there are adapters that you can get, and I can provide one for you if you want. So you can just hook into a regular 110 outlet to run your microwave and your other 110 outlet. Right here is your furnace. This is usually a very important piece. There should be a little on off. Right there, off. That's on. Basically just hotter or colder. And that's it. It's a little bit cold right now. And you usually have to give it a minute. You'll hear the blower going, but give it a minute in order to warm up. Alright, on into the bathroom. This is another one of those things that I always check for cleanliness, is that toilet. So I will be looking underneath the seat for the cleanliness there. Right here is the lever. It's actually right on the back here. What that lever does is you pull it halfway and it gives you water. You pull it all the way and it opens up. Now this is where I want you to just dump water down into it when you go to drain out the black water system. There we go. And I'll put chemicals in before you leave. Right here is the sink, just normal sink stuff there. Next thing is the beds. In this trailer, there are 3 separate beds. Should sleep, RV style, 3 people. This is the bunk that comes down. There is a buckle right here. So you pull on this buckle, just like a seatbelt buckle right there. And then you pull one side down first. Except it's hard to do with one hand. Arthur, you want to try that? I'll hold the camera here. There you go. And then come and you pull down the other side. Perfect. And that's one bed. The ladder for that is right over here. Okay. The other beds are sitting right here. It's pretty simple how those work. Just hold out those legs. Just pop out like that and pop out like that and lay it down. There are hooks on both sides. They look just like that. Or here's another hook. They go on both sides there. Just unhook those and those will lay down. When you want to turn it into just 2 benches to eat off of, here's the tables right here. So those just come out of there. There's the legs for that side, and then there's legs over here for this side. And then those, of course, go into those holes there. When you want this not to take up so much room as well, what you do is you just don't put up these legs, and this side will just lay down. And that's it. That's pretty simple to use. And then I think that's it for this trailer.